Share this moment. It's not really that sentimental of a moment, but in a way it kind of is. You know, this is a picture of my brother right here with the goat. That's my brother. That's me. We're in Coogee, so you know how long ago that is, right? That's one of my nephews, and that's my other nephew. This nephew is actually in the pen right now. And I'm going to send him a letter, man, my first letter. I really, he got his time a while ago, and it's just, you get so caught up in the free world that you really don't. A lot of times you plan on communicating with guys in prison, family members in prison, but you really just got to sit down and do it, because if you keep planning and planning, it'll get away from you. But I wrote him, my first letter is, I send it anytime I'm dealing with somebody, whether they're family or not, and it's their first time going to prison, and my nephew comes home in 2028, I say things like this. I've been meaning to get in contact with you, but today I decided to get it out the way. I see that you come home in 2025, and you'll be 28 then. That's still very young. In terms of prison, you're learning a lot about life and people. You're going to learn a lot about yourself. This experience is a learning lesson for you. Some guys don't have a date, but you do, and you'll still be in your 20s when you come back. That's just the first page of the letter. I'm not going to read anymore, and I'm going to send him this photo of his uncles, his little brother, and him from 2008, back when he was a youngster. In 2008, I was 18. He's like 6 years younger than I am, so he was 12. And yeah, man, this is a reality. And I don't look at prison as a bad thing. I honestly don't. Yeah, it's unfortunate that the young brother caught a felony and went to prison in the first place, but at the end of the day, I look at prison as a blessing in disguise. Prison can save you your life. If you're reckless and you're young and you're out there in the streets, prison can literally save you by taking you off the streets for 5 to 10 years or whatever. And also, a lot of young cats didn't have fathers. My nephew's father was in prison his entire life. I only met my nephew's father once. When I was 5 years old, 95. My nephew was conceived in 95. His father met his mother. My sister met my nephew's father in Job Corps. She brought him back to the house for a weekend. We met him. He's from New York, and he's been in prison his entire life. I only met him once when I was 5. And my nephew, he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't get high or anything like that. He was a boxer, amateur boxer, and he liked coffee. I mean, sometimes he asked me for a ride. Hey, uncle, can you take me to the store to get some coffee? And I used to enjoy doing it, because I'm like, hey, you're not asking me to take you to get some weed. And I just always thought it was kind of cool that he never did drugs. He liked coffee. And yeah, man, if you got somebody that's a loved one who's in prison and they're young, in their 20s, like my nephew, send them a letter and just let them know, hey, take this time to think. Plan your goals. When you come home, what are you going to do? How are you going to do it? Have everything written down and planned out. That's all you got to do in order to succeed. You don't have to be a statistic. You don't have to go back. So yeah, man, I mean, it's a reality. If you're black, you've got somebody in your family in prison, and it's just the reality of the situation. Sad for me to see my nephew in there, but he did whatever he did. He got caught and he had to go. But at the same time, you got to send letters to your folks in prison. I'm gonna try to get my nephew on my channel. I want to interview him and just hear about his experiences being in the can. Peace.